Hey, Explain Everything listeners. It's giveaway time. We're giving away $201, and all it costs you is a $3 subscription to patreon.com/explaineverything. $3 could win you $201, bro. That's 67 times return on your investment. I learned that from Tyler's YouTube math channel. Now get over there and subscribe. We're picking one lucky Patreon subscriber to win $201 on patreon.com/explaineverything. Looks like you made it.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Tyler,
My name's Neil.
and we have never been more excited for you to hear our words. We like to think that you talk back to us and join us in the conversation.
Yeah, I do. When I'm listening to other people's podcasts, I like to act like I'm phoning in, to ask questions live, laugh out loud.
LOL. That's what a lot of people say if they're in a hurry.
LOL.
LOL. Lol.
There's a scene in Newsroom where one of the girls lost her job because it was her. No. She made a huge mistake. She didn't know, and she was an intern at a show, and she sent somebody, like their parent died or something, and she sent them flowers. This person flowers. They're like, "Hey, I'm so sorry about your loss. LOL."
Lots of love, right?
Yes, lots. She goes, "I thought it was lots of love." No, that's not exactly what it means.
Whenever I used to blog, remember blogging?
I remember that.
They had a good time. So I used to have a blog.
I don't do it anymore.
Post on 5 days a week. Every weekday, available at thoughtsofusartist.com. I'm just kidding. That was not my website. Do not go there. Homestarrunner.com. No, I had one blog post I did where I did other terms for text messaging acronyms, and the only one I remember was OMG. I said, it's probably old man germs.
That's good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I don't
still
like
think
germs.
When I see OMG, I still think old man germs.
Wow.
But I don't think anybody else does. But you know what? It's not about them. It's about me.
Old
It's
man
all
germs.
about time to start.
It's you. Hey, this is actually a crossover episode.
Crossover episode.
Crossover. Crisscross.
Crossfire.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Caught up in the crossfire.
And you're like shooting a little, trying to.
Yeah.
You're just pew, pew, pew.
I never had that game.
Yeah, me neither. I wasn't rich. My friend Jason was.
Rich man game.
Rich Jason, we called him.
Rich Jason.
Yeah, he drove a Blazer.
Okay.
He had stereo.
Okay. He had
Rich
stereo.
Jason. At it
Rich
again.
Jason.
Back at it again with a white
Rich
Blazer.
Jason. So this is a crossover episode, which means that if you are on our Patreon page, that means you heard it first. But this is explaining pop culture, and then we do a specific episode. And this one happens to be Star Wars 2022.
Wow. Star Wars 2020. We actually had a Patreon member suggest this. Edward told me to my face in a text message through email on his link.
To my face.
On a Patreon comment that he loved the, we did like a fall 2021.
That's right.
Where we kind of recap movies and TV shows coming up in the fall. Or was it just movies?
It was just movies.
Just movies. That's what I said. Falls and no movies and no TV shows.
And fashion lines.
Fashion lines.
And
Zara.
what spice is going to be
Anyways,
in it.
he said he liked that, so we were like, all right, well, we'll do this because you're the only thing that matters to us. And just so you know, if you're on the Patreon, we listen. Patreon.com/explain everything. We're giving away $201. You can win cash money.
Hey, you know how so on like a lot of these radio shows or podcasts or whatever, and these contests, these big cash winning contests, what they say is, listen, price and participation may vary, but also that family members and employees are not allowed to actually win it. Does that mean that Joseph is not able to win this?
Because he's family?
No, because he's on staff.
Oh, because he does this intro? You know what? I'll let Joseph win if he listens to our podcast. If she
just once, that's all it's going to take?
By the way, if a Patreon member gets someone else to win, they get $100.
Whoa.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Tyler and Neil Explain Everything podcast. Now officially your fourth favorite podcast. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you go to patreon.com/explain everything to get exclusive episodes. Looks like we made it.
When I hear him say this is your fourth favorite podcast, what I want to do is I want to go into like car salesman mode or any salesman. And then when they ask that question, I go, what's it going to take to get you into this Buick today? What's it going to take to get you into the number 3 spot as your 3rd favorite podcast? What do you think? What's it going to take? A little cash? A little harder than cash? I'm going to take some money? He's just going to let me do this, huh? You can leave me out here on my own. Fine, I'll do it. Listen, I polish your shoes. I clean your car. I come over your house. I make you some gabagool. I make you some cavatelli. I'll do it. Don't think I won't. He's just gonna let me go.
I'm just watching. I'm just here for the ride.
I'm good watching.
I'm just here for the ride. It's like I strapped in. They were like, pleasure not.
What's it gonna
the
take
harnesses.
to get
and I
you
just sat there and watch you.
into the number 3 spot for this podcast?
Yeah.
Huh? Are you talking to me? You think I'm funny? You think this podcast is funny? Huh? Funny, ha. Funny, ha. Funny like number 2 or number 3.
Like LOL, lots of love. LOL, laugh out loud.
Laugh out loud? Old man germs.
Old man germs.
So Star Wars
just jump right
2022.
into it, Neil. Just jump right into it.
Oh, you think you can just jump right
talking
into
to
it?
me? You
You're not
talking
gonna-
to me?
You're not gonna massage my shoulders a little bit while you ease me into this
Just kind
one?
of push me in. I'm not good at accents.
Star Wars, what's wrong with that, huh?
What's wrong? What's wrong
Bunch
with
of guys with lightsabers.
They got a bunch of stars. They're at war with each other. These
Oh.
stars like, this is my land. This is your land. This is our land.
Nothing but Star Wars. Bill Murray, Saturday Night Live. You got it. Hey, you got a laser sword, huh? What's the matter? You put two in the you put 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. You don't need no laser sword.
Oh, wow.
Dodge this.
Wow. Dodge a wrench, dodge a ball. Rip
Dodge
torn.
this.
Bye-bye.
Click, click, boom. The last
We
60
just
seconds.
spiraled out of control and referenced like 5 different podcasts.
In case you can't tell, in the order of how we record the podcasts, you can tell that they start to degrade and fall apart like
Yes.
like a burrito at Chipotle. It's stuffed too much. There's we put too much into it, and it can't contain all this goodness.
Yep, you're looking at
what's it gonna take to get this goodness?
ripping the tortilla, shredding at the seams.
Yeah.
And they don't care. They're working on minimum wage. They're
Good
wiping
luck
it up.
passing these
Said,
beans.
You want guac? You're getting a little baby
Free
scoop.
Jole's gonna tear through you.
Yeah.
Oh, you got diverticulitis?
Oh,
I
wow.
don't care.
Wow. Dude, seriously, like you can tell, like, because, we record
Sorry.
these, late at night,
Super late at night,
weekends.
on our own time.
On our own time, late at nights. And it's like getting to be like 1 in the morning by the time we do the last one.
yeah.
I'm not joking. I listened to our episode. It was a Patreon on the D'Amelios. I sounded like I don't drink alcohol. I sounded like I just consumed a lot. I was like, and maybe it's because on the Patreon, I can't listen to it in 2 times speed. So anytime I listen to anybody where it's not 2 times speed, I think they've been drinking alcohol. I'm like, wow, they're talking real slow, Jacob. Oh man,
Jacob.
I hope Ben doesn't take over the island.
Star Wars 2022. Jacob.
I was like, I'll ride this ride too.
Okay. So the Star Wars 2022 is not an actual movie. It is in the year 2022. This is the most loaded. You okay?
I'm just breathing in. Trying to get air into my brain because that way I don't talk like I did on the D'Amelio episode.
This is the most loaded that a Star Wars calendar year has ever been in the history of Star Wars.
If this was a Waffle House hash brown order, it'd be smothered, covered, topped, and loaded. Top loaded.
dropped. Top drop.
Like a drop. Drop. I don't know the words to that song.
Well, so since the last Star Wars movie that came out, we've had Mandalorian, but since 2019, that introduced Galaxy's Edge theme park, and we've had Mandalorian, but really it's kind of been, as far as movies and all these extra shows, where it's a little bit of a drought. Bad Batch was dropped earlier this year, but we are going to go through and let you know everything that is happening Star Wars on a screen in 2022.
That sounds dope. Hey, have you been to the Galaxy's Edge?
I have not.
I've been
I have
twice.
been to the edge of the Earth, which apparently is Antarctica.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to get around the other edge because we're going to start reference. Can we reference every episode that the other side of the flat Earth is just a bunch of the clones of Dwayne
That's
the Rock
it.
Johnson?
That's it.
Oh, good. I've been there a couple times. It's really good, but you can tell they're leaving space to develop it.
Okay.
Like they opened it. It's only got like a couple rides.
Really?
But both of the rides are really good. Like it's got a Millennium Falcon one where you can be like it's interactive, like a video game. Like you have shooters, you have engineers, and you have pilots, and you do better, and you have different courses based on how you do during the game, and like you're all in this room. It's really fun. But then the other one is just like it's a complete experience. Like you're in this thing,
Really?
it's moving. you can only go once a day. They open it like at 10 and 2. That's how you drive. But also they they open it for you to go on the app and register. And you can only register once a day. And if like literally
No way.
as soon as it opened, I registered, I wasn't able to go on it for like 3.5 more hours with my son.
Oh
it was just
my
2 of us
gosh.
because it's so packed and it sells out immediately. But that's the thing. It's like one of the best rides
I haven't seen
at
it.
all of the Disney parks. It's awesome.
Is that Florida or California?
That's Florida.
Florida.
They don't
Okay.
have a California Star Wars one, do they?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
That's Disneyland, right? Not
Yeah,
Disney
I've never
World.
been to Disneyland.
Okay.
I was supposed to go, then COVID hit and they shut her down. Anyways, it's really fun. If you guys get to go, bring us. Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Take us. Yeah. All right. You want to start us off? This is what we're going to do is we're going to go through chronologically.
Yeah.
As
Depending
some
on how you
people
want to say it incorrectly.
The one way.
I'll do my own research.
We will go through. We will go through a tippy tappy tap. We're gonna start off what's gonna hit in January, but really it might be a little bit before that. So we will tell you what the properties are. You want to start us off?
You want me to start?
Take us there.
You want me to do Book of Boba Fett?
I think so.
Okay, so they
Oh, wait a minute. No. I didn't. I read that wrong. You're
Okay.
right. You're right. You're highlighted.
Yeah,
I'm not.
highlights like the magazine at the
Oh!
dentist office.
Did
Remember
you ever
that?
read those? Yeah.
Yes, I got highlights.
Yeah, they've never actually. They only did one season of those, and they just keep them in the dentist office. So it's actually technically this is kind of a fake, but it is coming out in December 29th, 2021. So like, why are you talking about it?
What you talking
Because we
about?
want to get you to the number 3 episode.
Like, what is it going to take to get you into the Book of Boba Fett?
The book of
2
Boba-
days before
Hey,
2022.
the Book of Boba Fett. So this is called Book of Boba Fett. This will be on Disney Plus. We will have a trailer on November 12th. When is this episode that we have here airing? Nope. By this time, it has already been out for a week. So you guys are good.
We record these a year in advance.
Oh yeah,
So we're very far. We're like Seth Godin.
we're not.
If we both die
We got enough to
at the
last
hands
us.
of Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
All these
clones,
chains are choking me.
big dog gonna eat. Get off the porch. Then these things will still bust. You know, they'll pop or
They
whatever.
bussin'. They poppin'.
Bussin', for like 2 more years.
At least.
Yeah.
So there are 8 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett. What this does is picks up where we left off in Mandalorian season 2. Also, we do need to say this: there are spoilers in this. If you haven't,
If you haven't watched, if you haven't watched Mandalorian,
If you haven't watched it, we
Watch it.
need to let you guys know that. So
Yeah.
Boba Fett basically he takes over the crime syndicate from Jabba the Hutt. And what this is all centered around showing us what some of his past is and what he has been up to since the Empire Strikes Back.
Yep.
Because remember, he fell into
Snorlax.
the Sarlacc.
that's what I said. Snorlax is
Snorlax.
Pokemon, I think.
The Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
And so that is Book of Boba Fett. That is the next one that comes out. This is like people are pretty psyched about this. So 8 episodes. All right.
I think it'll be good. Are you excited about it?
I'm excited.
And
about it.
he's got that lady that he saved her life in
Yes.
Mandalorian season 1,
Yeah.
like helping him.
I cannot
She's
remember.
she's good.
She was really good.
very
Yeah,
good.
I can't remember what her name is.
Yeah, we'll call her Annette Benning. Okay, so I don't know why I said that. That was the first thing in my head. Okay, so another one that I'm really excited about, I'd say a level 10 excited,
Oh.
is they're coming out with an Obi-Wan Kenobi series starting in February.
Incredible.
I know. I'm so hyped. They got Ewan McGregor. Owen Kenobi. McGregor.
They spell it very similar
Yeah.
to the way they do
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan or Ewan?
They both have vowels in them.
Ewan McGregor?
McGregor. And not to be confused with Connor. Yeah, what if Obi-Wan walks out with them arms out like,
Flopping
I'd
around.
like to apologize to absolutely nobody.
I got cauliflower ears.
There's 6 episodes. It's been 16 years since we last saw him on screen for the Star Wars prequel.
Like in real life, 16
Like,
years.
Yeah, like Obi-Wan was in the very first one, which was A New Hope. That was an old dude.
Yeah,
He popped up at the end of the third one as like a ghost. I think he was in the second one as a ghost. Or was he just
Yeah.
in the third one as a ghost? I know he popped in once, talked
No,
to
he's in Empire
Yoda.
Strikes Back too.
Okay, well, he's Ghost
Yeah.
Man
Yeah.
in those two. Then
He's Ghost
we
Man.
hear a combination of Ewan McGregor and Conor McGregor, and then the old dude. What's the old dude's name?
Alec Guinness.
Alec Guinness. We hear their voices. I think they
Oh.
actually overlap their voices
Uh-huh.
for the voices that Rey hears in The Last Jedi or
Rey Romano?
Skywalker or whatever the last one was called. Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
In that one, they hear their voices at the end of that. Ray Romano's in there. He's like, "Dude." I don't know how he sounds.
I don't either.
He's the Ice
Sounds like
Age.
that.
Ice Age.
Derpy.
And anyways, then so it's been 16 years since we've seen this dude on screen. And you're thinking, okay, but yeah, who's coming back as Darth Vader? Hayden Christensen.
Gosh.
I don't think he did a great job.
I'm not excited about that.
It's like he ruined Star Wars prequels. He ruined Jumper. It was supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rachel Bilson. And he also ruined Takers with T.I. It was going to launch T.I.'s acting career.
Really?
Yeah, he did ATL and then this. And he ruined
Catapulted him straight
Hayden,
into the ground.
You're better than that, Hayden. You should have known. Hayden is not a Darth Vader name. It said 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So you're looking at like, do you remember at the end of, what's the one? Rogue One? Whenever Darth Vader just walks the hallway just roping people.
Love that.
We're going to get the chance to see like an even more athletic version of that. So it's not just like I stand here like a robot. He's going to move and do and cut some butts. And so...
Cutting butts. Move and do and cut some butts.
Joel Edgerton is reprising his role as Uncle Owen. Remember, he was the young one? The young one from the first ones. Remember?
Yeah.
He did though.
Wow.
He died in New Hope. No, was it New Hope? Yeah, he died in New Hope.
Oh yeah, he's crispy.
Yeah, he's crispy. It's directed by the Uncut Gems. Remember that Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
His greatest film. His director Benny Safdie. Didn't he also direct that Robert Pattinson movie where he's like his brother gets in the hospital?
Water for Elephants?
No, not even a little bit. And then Deborah Chow, she directed some of The Mandalorian. It's going to show us like a little bit of like Obi-Wan, the college years. It's going to be what he was doing.
Some bad decisions in there, some regrettable tattoos, things like that.
Exactly. And there's scenes from The Mandalorian where he's on Tatooine, right? Like, didn't The Mandalorian go to Tatooine?
Yeah.
For a while?
Gotcha. Yes.
So, so anyways, it's going to show what he's doing while Luke's like a young buck, if you will. It was really going to be a movie.
Well, you're crapping in your diapers. I'm going to
get the lightsaber. I'm going to cut Darth Maul vertically, not horizontally. Cutting my life into pieces. That's from Star Wars. A lot of people don't know that.
This is incredible.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. It was going to be a movie, but they decided to make it a show because they want to push people to Disney Plus. And if you make it a series, you can't stream it as easily.
So is Solo is responsible for kind of the demise of
kind of ruined all of them.
It kind of did because there were really high hopes for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And Solo just didn't do well at the box office. Rogue One did better than Solo. I liked Rogue One.
Yeah, I did too.
I liked it.
I didn't hate Solo. I just didn't like fall in love with Harrison Ford's character, Harrison Ford.
Yeah, which is okay. And it's very difficult to portray such an iconic guy. Yeah. But what's crazy, okay, we say that, but Lando Calrissian.
I love Donald Glover in that.
He did a great
They're doing
job.
Aren't they doing a Lando? Or they were going to?
Yeah, no, they still.
Okay, but it's not in this year.
Not in this year, but there is. We should say that. I believe that it is a Disney Plus series.
I'm pretty sure
it's called Lando.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible because Donald Glover.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
I love Donald.
He was amazing.
Glover.
Yeah.
Awesome. He's known about this since 2015. Ewan McGregor has. Like, he's been like signed on, ready to go since 2015, right? I don't know if he signed anything, but he's ready to go.
No, so they have had it in development. Well, if you think about it too, that goes back to when Solo and all those were coming out. So 2015, it was in the works.
Yeah.
But then they didn't actually do it.
Okay.
Yeah. He signed up. Was it 2015? I don't know when Solo came out. Here, you go. I'm gonna look here.
So, fun fact about Ewan McGregor: he first was Obi-Wan in 1999. That's when Prince's song had another big rise. That's when he partied like that. That's what. Yeah. I was in 8th grade. Fun fact.
Wow.
I remember.
Solo came out in 2018, so he knew about this one before that. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right.
So that was the thing. They probably were planning on being a movie. Solo came out, didn't do well.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, let's shift this.
Yep.
And honestly, I would rather it be a series than a movie.
It's a lot of pressure,
you get more content.
But you get more content. Right? They can do a lot more character development.
Yes.
Neil, the story.
Cinematographer Steven Soderbergh. Calm down, Magic Mike.
Simmer down.
Simmer down now. Schwimmer down now. David Schwimmer. Can David Schwimmer be in this Obi-Wan series?
Schwimmer, yeah. Oh, yeah, he is.
I think that'd be great. Did him and Jennifer Aniston start dating?
They have been together a lot.
Oh, cool.
It's about as clear as whether they were together or not in the actual show.
Oh, wow. They're on a break. Okay. He actually did a costume test for this back in 2019. It's what caused COVID-19. A lot of people don't know that.
It's Obi-Wan.
Yeah, you got to check them robes before you put them on. You know what I'm saying? Last thing
Old
I got
man
for you on this
germs.
one. Old man, OMG, old man germs. John Wick 3, the greatest film of our generation. The writer of that, is it Joby? Like a Joby pod?
Yeah, Joby. Yeah, wow.
Joby, Herod.
Joby.
Wow.
Yeah. So I wrote this one.
That's a
That's pretty cool. Is this what I'm looking forward to the most out of everything this year? I would say yes.
Yeah, I am too.
I would
because it's
say
new.
yes.
Like I know I'm looking forward to Mandalorian, but like this is
You know
Obi-Wan
what it
Kenobi.
is already.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, this.
And in fact, because I like Ewan McGregor, like I love him as an actor. He's great, great actor. I'm a big fan. I'm ready.
So if you are a Ewan McGregor fan, I think you should watch something called Long Way Up. There's Long Way Round and Long Way Down. He does he and his best friend.
those three different
they write
movies?
3 different series on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
That they take motorcycles and they ride across country. Well, the Long Way Up, they actually start at the tip of South America and they ride all the way up to California on electric motorcycles. And it's extremely difficult.
How long is it? You know what? I actually saw a movie. It was like a documentary where there was a bunch of people who had type 1 diabetes rode all the way across the United States on a bicycle.
I wish they had electric bikes. It would have made it a lot easier.
A lot easier, probably.
Yeah, a lot easier.
Yeah.
The
director, though.
So
how do we get him to direct some of Obi-Wan Kenobi? Fun fact, that's Neil deGrasse Tyson. Great house.
Who also is in a fight with B.O.B.
Man, we really reference our other podcasts.
We know what we're doing.
It's like watching, like, I want to read Harry Potter, but you start on the 5th book. Like, you really got to go back and listen to all of our episodes.
Jumped in. It's okay.
The audio has stepped up since our first one, where it was just like my H2N, H4N.
We were on our phones or something.
No. It was an H4N I stuck on a table.
That's right.
In your office.
And we thought, we could make this work.
Yeah, we could turn this into something. So we quit for a year and a half.
We're back.
And now we're back at it again with the white van.
So in March through July of 2022, this is an animated series called Bad Batch. It comes out, Bad Batch Season 2. Right now, Bad Batch, it's basically it's based off of a bunch of stormtroopers that are clones that just kind of go rogue on it. And they're not good. And they do things. They do things like at the DMV, they're like messing with people. And like they go through a lunchroom and they
go, "You're a bad batch. You're a bad batch of group.
What's it gonna take to get you guys to be a good batch?
She's a Flying Dutchman.
It's a bad batch of gabagoo. I want you to be a good batch, Flying Dutchman." So that there are 16 episodes of that. That will be season 2. There are a lot of people. So Visions is something that came out this past year that is Star Wars, and it's a lot of anime. I have not watched it, but it's got incredible reviews because anime and Japanese culture and also. Okay, so we need to say this.
Okay,
Dune, that just came out last week. Dune is there are so many things in it that people are like, oh my gosh, that looks like Star Wars. It's where Star Wars and George Lucas got most of his ideas from. So a lot of what you see, it's on a sandy planet, a desert planet, which is like Tatooine. It's a young boy who learns about, he has all this other stuff. It's extremely similar. That whole the connection between the two is Star Wars wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Dune. Anyways, saying all that.
That's great, man.
Yeah, it's great.
We really owe Dune a lot.
It's Dune.
Not
great.
Doom,
it's
starring
Dune
Dwayne The
great.
Rock Johnson, but Dune.
Oh yeah, Dune. Yeah, Dune.
Dope.
Aren't you doing great? That's McGregor. Aren't you doing great, boys? No, that's Scrooge McDuck.
It sounds like the old wrinkly guy who works at a bar in any movie ever.
Yeah.
That takes place.
Haven't you had too many? Get over here. You're making a fool of yourself.
A bunch of chipmunks singing. This is Alvin and Chipmunks 2, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Okay,
100%. Yeah.
Sick.
All right, what's next? Take us July.
Andor.
Andor what?
I see what you did.
Walked right into that one.
Walked right in. It's gonna
Two
start.
guys walking into a bar.
The third guy ducked. Fifth. You know what's fun now? My kids, they're in 4th and 5th grade, and they come home and they got these jokes and these riddles.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I was that kid. So my kids will ask me these jokes and they're like, like what's the one Ezra said like the other day? Something like, a fish and something something. Can you spell that without any I's? And I go, yeah, THAT. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm now like answering the joke, and they look at me like, you've heard it. I go, yeah, 25 years ago.
100% heard it.
I'm like, I was you.
You ready for this one?
No.
Did you know that the Norwegian Navy has barcodes painted on the side of all their ships?
In case you want to like sell them on eBay, you can scan it.
No, that way they can scan the Navy in. Tell your kids. I'll be here all week.
Oh,
Forget about it.
Maybe we could do an episode like explaining Laffy Taffy jokes and have my kids coming in.
100%.
You know what's funny? And it's
Laffy
okay.
Taffy
So,
jokes.
and again, he gets this from his dad. But like the older two, like they'll make up some, but most of the time they're like, they're reading them, memorizing, then they'll come out and say the jokes.
Yeah.
Finn doesn't know that they're getting them. And so he'll go, okay. And he'll say something and he'll laugh and there's no joke, no punch. And he's just making up. Fun fact. You remember Chuck Norris jokes like, oh, the earth, what is it? Like whenever Chuck Norris does a push-up, he doesn't go up, the earth goes down or whatever. You know, there's all these things. My friend Ben Lindsay, we were at college. We sat down, we're like eating lunch or whatever at the college. And he says a Chuck Norris joke. And I'm thinking, oh, that's really funny. And so I start making them up. And he's coming out with them, and they're like, good. And I'm like, okay, wow, Ben's quick. And I'm sitting here, he had Chuck Norris jokes had just come out, and he was up there reading them, and I'm just making them up. I thought we were just going back and forth. It's like the diarrhea cha-cha-cha stuff. You know what I mean?
So you're just spouting them off.
Yeah. Okay.
Andor.
It's based on a character from Rogue One.
Yeah.
Played by Diego Luna. He played the rebel spy Cassian Andor. If you'd asked me like, Andor, what's that about? Isn't there a planet Andor? What's the one that Princess Leia grew up on? Is that Andor? Search it. Find it now, Neil. Do my bidding. I'm kidding. There's 12 episodes, and Diego, the actor, actually put up a ton of money to help
Alderaan.
Alderaan.
Alderaan's crushed.
So Andor's not a planet.
No.
It's a person. That makes sense. That would have been confusing. Takes place 5 years before Rogue One. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
If you've seen Rogue One and you watch the show, just know after he's probably not
just so you know, this doesn't end well.
Yeah, unless maybe he teleports out, like beams up Scotty.
It's a totally different property.
Star Trek's wide open right now, though.
Yeah, totally wide
Because what's his name? JJ left.
Yeah, JJ left. But also, Quentin Tarantino still has not said whether he is going to direct a Star Trek movie.
Does he want to?
Yeah, he only has one more movie left. You know how he's got a limited amount of movies that he's going to do?
Yeah, that he made up in his brain for no reason?
Yeah, he made up a random number. Well, I'll make up 2 more.
Yeah, Quentin.
Gabagoo.
Don't you? He's like, but I got to be in it. I'm like, okay, Quentin, chill. All right, so you've got Stellan Skarsgård. He was in Dune.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Probably
going
to be a bad guy.
Probably.
He's a bad guy.
So he's the guy that plays the professor or whatever in the first Avengers movie. He's like the guy that helps him close the portal. Yeah, Stellan Skarsgård. It's in it's in Avengers.
He helps him close the portal.
He helps them. He's like on top of the roof, and he got blue eyes.
Oh yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yep,
okay,
that's him.
he's also he's in the Thor ones, the Thor versions of it. All that. Okay,
yeah, he's
good.
good.
Sick. Awesome. Sick. Awesome. Diego Luna, he's the dude that's going to play him. We already talked about he's going to be the exec producer. He's putting up his own cash money.
Did you see? They did like a video of like on Disney Day for their investors and whatever, and they eventually showed it to the public. But he did an interview. He's emotional about it. He didn't realize what the whole Star Wars universe was like, that people were that big of fans. Rogue One was one of those first movies that came out after Star Wars was done, and people like totally gravitated towards it. And he was like, this story, they thought it was a one-off. Yeah. And he's like, people love this thing so much. He goes, it made me emotional to be a part of this universe. He's like, so I said, I'll put some of my own money into this thing to make this story.
Do you think he also wants to make money?
It could be.
Okay. Hey, here's
Gotta spend money to make money.
Gotta spend money, make money. Get in this. How to get his Buick. Well, I'm not very good at accents. We know this.
That's good.
But also, I'm kind of great at them. If you think about that, accents are whatever people are.
Whatever.
So whenever I was listening to somebody talk about it, and it's like you're watching Rogue One, and you know it takes place like right before A New Hope,
right?
And you're watching him, and then what's the main character? What's her name?
Oh, hang on, I'll find
she
out.
did a great job. But anyways, they're both great, Cassian and her, and they're both like very dynamic figures. They're
Jyn Erso.
They're both very dynamic. They control the room. They're very they're heroes. You know they're here. Like you can tell they are big time. Like they're Han Solo and Leia, but Leia's like actually gets to kill people. And so whenever they're in it, you're sitting there thinking, I'm watching this movie. It takes place. They're part of the rebellion. I don't see them in any of the other movies.
Right.
There's no way they make it.
Yeah.
Because there's no way they quit. And you know what? This was tough. We're not going to do this anymore. But then
This
also,
spy work is
if they're
hard.
sitting in the room and they're talking about plans, they're not going to be like in the back being like, whatever you guys think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
they
they're
can't
invested.
carry them on
Yep.
because there's no way to hide them in the background and then be true to their characters. So
That's
I
pretty
hate that they, spoiler alert, died in the Rogue One.
That actually is one of the reasons why I think I liked it, because you're like, oh wow, this actually mattered.
Yeah.
They did something, and the main characters didn't make it
They all
because
died.
they did what they were supposed to do. Do
Yep.
your job.
Doing your jab. They took our gerbs. And the writer from this was the writer from Moana, which we referenced. In
Oh,
Flat
yeah,
Earth.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Created a series Bible for this. So it's kind of like here's the
This
here's the
is what it
skeleton.
is.
Let's build the body of this thing. And so that's
I like
great.
it. I like it.
Pilot script and everything. Jared Bush.
Jared.
Also one of the less known Bush brothers. Didn't get into politics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Remember Jeb? How do you think he's doing right now?
I don't think he is doing.
Okay. Do you think he's still like thinking about like all them RNC, like all those Republican debates that he kind of tanked on?
My gosh, talk about like
Man.
cave under pressure.
One of my favorite tweets from the night of the 2016 election was somebody, they were, they're popping up these maps of blue and red. And there was one, and it was just Jeb standing in front of a map of the United States, and it was just all orange. It says Jeb, like he took the entire thing. It was really funny.
Where is he right now?
I don't know.
He's
Probably
not doing
Probably
great.
looking at that tweet.
We need to
He
put a
planted-
picture of him in front of the tweet.
He planted it just like Matthew McConaughey
Might
started
have.
the term reconnaissance. Do you know that? Did you ever read Green Lights?
No.
It's really good. You should listen to it. Don't read it. Listen
Okay.
to it because
Can
he
I
reads
listen to
it.
at times two
He,
speed?
yeah, Matthew McConaughey and Tom Tussey. That's normal
All right,
speed
all right,
for
all right.
most humans. It's normal. He started the term reconnaissance. He
Wow.
leaked it to a journalist before he got interviewed and started that whole term, the entire term,
Oh, wow.
reconnaissance.
That's smart.
That's
really
good.
smart.
That's good. What's it called? Marketing. Okay.
Yeah.
What else coming up?
In October, a droid story is coming out. This one's a little bit like we don't know as much about it because they're trying to keep it really hush hush, but it's an animated. And we're saying this. It's kind of weird. It's either an animated series or an animated event. This could be like there are some websites that call it an animated event. Others call it a series. So it could be just like one 1 hour special, or it could be a half-hour thing. I don't know. We don't 100% know. There is so R2D2 and C3PO are guiding a new character through Star Wars, whatever. We don't know who that character is. They won't release that just yet. Odds are, from what there's like Easter eggs inside of that Disney. Oh gosh, what is it?
I don't know.
All the shareholders, their
Oh.
shareholder event that they announce all this stuff to. They kind of show them these Easter eggs. All of these things, events and movies and all that kind of stuff are connected. So they believe there may be somebody in this droid story that is important somewhere else. It is also voiced by Anthony Daniels. He is 75 years old playing C3PO. But because it's animated, he just has to do the voice.
Okay, well that's nice.
Yeah, nice, easy for him. Easy on him.
Hey, Adele.
Adele Adim. From what we can tell, this is going to be an animation style. It is very similar to the Clone Wars. It's going to look really similar, which is kind of what the Bad Batch looks like as well. But that's coming out in October. And then the big one, bring us home, Tyler. Bring us
There's
home.
another one after this, but yeah, Mandalorian season 3.
Jeez. Well, what's it going to take to get another season out of this thing, season 3?
Not much. It takes a lot of views, and they got it.
Season 3.
They
Yeah,
got the views.
They got the views.
They got the views. They on the View with that one chick.
I got the
the
mots.
flat earther. What's her name? Shepherd. Sherry Shepherd.
Yeah, Sherry Shepherd.
Flat Earth.
Man,
Flat Earth episode.
good job.
Yeah, well, callbacks. November through December is when this thing's gonna play. It's gonna be 8 episodes. 8's fine. Like, obviously, I'd rather have 20-something, but I feel like any show where there's 20-something
Yep.
in a season,
Yep.
if you're trying to do a season-wide arc,
Yep.
around 14 or 15, it's like they should have solved it
They
by
they
now.
get into some of them where you're like, this is a wasted episode. I know you're just milking this.
This
thing
is
right
the
now.
beard, and they're following him
Yes.
through the town.
Oh my
Bad
gosh,
episode.
that was a really bad one.
Amanda was like, "What did I just watch? I don't like this."
I watched a drug-induced acid trip filler show.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. It was like those two people that had gold or that had the diamonds in Lost. Remember that episode?
Oh my gosh, yeah. You're like, what
are we doing?
Random. Yeah,
And
it's
it's
so
just
weird.
only mentioned one other time. Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
He's in it again with a stunt double. Brandon and Wayne. That's you know what? There's a very specific walk that they both do.
Really?
They walk a certain way.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know if
Yeah,
that's natural for both or
I
whatever.
don't know.
Fun fact about Brandon Wayne, no relation to Bruce Wayne, is related to John Wayne. He's his grandson.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. John Wayne's dead, so, whatever.
Oh, this is that lady. This is the lady.
Yeah.
That is going to be in the Book of Boba Fett.
Who is it?
That's
the
Ming-Na
actress.
Wen. Yeah.
She's in season 3?
Yes.
Well, that's the thing about season 3. There are people that were shooting it and doing it, and they did not know it was Mandalorian season 3.
Yep.
They didn't know. They thought they were doing Mandalorian season 3. They were actually doing Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. So that shows you how connected they are.
Yeah, synergy.
That's wild. Okay, so there's a whole. It's pretty famous. Who does Goop?
I don't know.
Gwyneth Paltrow. She
Goop.
didn't even know that's her company. She does a company. It's
okay.
it's a skincare product company.
Oh.
She did, and she was in one of the Avengers movies or one of like a Civil War, I think is what she was in, and didn't even know she was in it because she wasn't sure what she was shooting for. They're so secretive, and then she's probably Goop, whatever.
Yeah, she's busy
Sorry,
with the
Gwyneth.
makeups.
You're great.
With the makeups. That was great,
Yeah.
man. I love how we related that to Gwyneth
Great.
Paltrow. So, just kidding. The cast and crew, they actually call Mandalorian season 2.5. Book of Boba Fett, they call it Mandalorian season 2.5. That's great that they're so connected. So, Carl Weathers, he's confirmed. Carl Weathers in Arrested Development.
I know.
So good.
He's incredible.
So good. KT, Sackhoff, Bo-Katan, confirmed.
Okay, you ready for this? Can I say? Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh, I got a little info. So
Gimme.
when the church that we attend, New Life Church,
Yeah, what's up?
they're over 20 years old.
Cool.
This is the 21st year that they exist. When they first sent out mailers for their very first year, they bought a bunch of stock photos and put them all these different people across the cover of it. It's terrible art. Like you look back at it, you laugh. It's just not even good. One of those people that sold their images took a bunch of photos for stock photography, Katie Sackhoff.
Are you serious?
Katie Sackhoff actually was in Battlestar Galactica, a bunch of other movies, and she's pretty famous for this one. She's on the cover, on the actual mailer for New Life Churches.
Was she in anything famous before that? Or
No, she
okay,
wasn't.
so
And she hit fame.
You think those were her big break? People are like,
she was in hundreds of homes in Central Arkansas.
there you go.
It's great.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Katie Sackhoff.
I was in a Sports Clips commercial once. And I've only been to Sports Clips once in my life in college, and it was the worst haircut I ever had. Literally, they just shaved my head afterwards.
Hey, I want to thank our sponsor,
Sport Clips.
Sorry,
they
baby.
didn't pay me. What's up?
What?
I didn't do. I mean, yeah, I was in the commercial. They paid me to be in the commercial.
Okay, good.
What do you think? I was just in a Sport Clips?
No, I was like, how did you? Wow, that's
I was
great.
in a Sport Clips once.
Worst haircut
During a
you ever
commercial.
got.
It's all a commercial. Yes.
Oh, what's her name is in this?
Gina,
no, she's not in this.
Gina got fired.
Gina got fired.
Sorry, Gina.
She said some pretty
The
no-no
meatloaf.
stuff.
Yeah, Cara Dune
The
said some stuff on
meatloaf.
Twitter, and she got fired. She's not in anymore. She's done forever, right? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's done for
She gone. Wasn't she like a wrestler or something?
Yeah, she's a professional wrestler, and then she did a couple movies, and she's like she plays that tough lady.
Tough lady.
Tough
Yeah. Was it like a tough lady or something?
Oh, you think you're
Like
tough?
strong
Get back
guys?
in the kitchen,
He's like
lady.
strong
Come
guys?
on,
Strong guys or something?
come on.
Peyton Reed was the director of the last episode of season 2. Y'all remember that one? Spoiler alert, if you
Yes,
haven't seen
big
Mandalorian.
one.
That is the one with Luke Skywalker. Did you know
What?
this? The cast and crew did not know it was Luke Skywalker.
They had no clue. Why Luke wasn't there?
No, Mark Hamill did not show up. Mark
They
Hamill
rolled him in
did
there.
like one of my photos, though.
I know.
How cool is that? on
That's the
Instagram?
coolest thing ever.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
That is
I just
incredible.
want to leave that there.
Anything else that Peyton Reed did that we would know of?
Ant-Man.
Yeah,
He did a little film.
a little.
You see what I did? A little film. See what I did there? Yeah.
A little
It's a little joke. It's a little joke.
Like a little guy.
Just a little joke.
Like a little guy.
Yeah, it did the Ant-Man.
They
so-
didn't know it was Luke.
No, blue dots on the face. And then
So
they
it's
didn't
just
know-
some random dude in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and then you talked about it in one of our podcasts. I found it from you. After they did that CGI of the fight, there was a YouTuber who went in and redid it.
Yeah.
Made it even better,
Yeah.
and now they hired him.
He's on the show.
Yep.
They didn't know it was an X-wing
Nope.
until they were reading the line because they're in front of a green screen or well, not really. They were in front of Unreal Engine, but they couldn't see it. so
Can
they
you?
didn't know.
I can't. That was like 8 months probably from when that was created. I cannot believe they kept that secret that Mark Hamill was. In
Oh
that.
yeah.
Hadn't. I mean, it was insane. Mark Hamill
That's
even bragged
difficult.
about the fact that
Yep.
no one knew
That's
for that
wild.
long. In
That's
this
really,
day
really
and
wild.
age, when everybody knows everything, I mean,
That's why they're here. We've
should.
explained everything.
Yeah, I mean that's what we exist.
That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. You're welcome.
So
Patreon.com/explain everything.
So to be, and this is kind of sneaky, but in Mandalorian season 2, one of the most beloved characters from the Clone Wars animated show came in, and Ahsoka Hana comes in, and she's a prominent Jedi in that show. That's actually my favorite.
I touched you. Sorry. She
okay.
trained under Obi-Wan, or not Obi-Wan, Anakin, right?
Yeah. That's my favorite episode from season 2.
That was an incredible episode.
It was amazing. Well, so she has her own series that is coming out. They're saying it's early 2023, but that's Rosario Dawson and Jon Favreau is going to direct it, and I can't wait for that one. That's a little teaser for that one. Do you want to do 3v3?
More than anything in the world.
Can I hit the right button?
Yeah, you did.
I got it, didn't I?
Welcome to the party, pal. This is 3v3.
Could we ever do a live show?
We can do whatever we want, Neil. Ain't no strings on me, James Spader.
You're absolutely right. So what in this 3v3 we basically do a 3v3. Tyler picks, I pick, and what our contest here today is going to be is what character would you like to see get a spin-off series, their own spin-off series for? Okay. Any character that you want.
All right, you go first.
I'm not gonna be able to do the laugh. I'm gonna want to. My voice is gonna crack, and I'll break my vocal cords. But there is a character that was only he was only in Return of the Jedi, and there's a little. So he's technically his name is actually Salacious B. Crumb.
Yeah, attorney at law.
Esquire. He's a Kowakian monkey lizard, and he's the guy that would laugh. He was there. He's a court jester for Jabba, and he'd go. That's how he would
him. That was actually. Really
Do you
good.
know why I know how good I know that song? Because I had an audio cassette of the movie. It was a read along, a company book, and I listened to that thing hundreds of times as a young kid growing up. It's ridiculous.
That's really good.
I know. You want me to do it again?
One more time.
I want him to get his own.
Can we make that an audio clip?
Hey, what's it gonna take?
What's it gonna take to get
this
you
guy into his own
into
series?
a Buick?
So sorry.
Oh,
People listening that just veered off the road.
People
they're
listening,
done.
they're committed. We're all
They're
friends
in
now.
it. They're in it. That's mine. That's my first guy.
All love you. Okay, so here's mine. I want to do a Palpatine spinoff, but but it has a theme. Okay, so we are to understand from the last Skywalker death of, I don't know, whatever it's called, the last one. Last Skywalker? No. Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Okay. So we're to believe that from when Darth Vader threw him down the portal, little tunnel, and blew up, blah, 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 he didn't die. And then for what, 20, 30 years, he's chilling on that planet, building all these metal destroyers. I want a show following him during this, but it's built around like the style of like Pawn Stars, like Dirty Jobs, Mike Rowe. Like he's just like, try to build this thing here. And he's like talking about building these Star Destroyers.
He's greatly misunderstood.
Yeah, I just want to see behind the scenes of him doing that leading up to that. That's what I want. His fingers are getting all tired. He's like, man, I got arthritis in my fingers.
Greasy.
Yeah.
He's tired, angry.
Yeah,
Union laws he's breaking.
All of it.
I like it.
Yeah, that's what
I would do that. I would watch that.
Yeah, okay.
So in episode 1 of The Mandalorian, we talked about this in our Taika Waititi episode. There is a droid. It's an IG-11 droid that has the long arms and he spins around. And he's really sarcastic. I would watch an entire series of him.
That's so sick.
It's just a dumb droid. It's fine.
Wow. What?
He's great.
Okay, I like it.
I like it. I just think that I don't know why they've done this since Rogue One. I guess they've kind of always done it. Like the droids are not they're not like a main character ever, but they've done it where they've given them so much personality that are sarcastic. Yeah. I love a sarcastic droid, which is why in Interstellar I'm just such a huge fan of those two droids.
That was so good too.
Yeah, they did great.
So good. Okay, mine is I want to do a spinoff of Qui-Gon Jinn. But I don't want any lightsaber battles. I just want him to keep explaining midichlorians. I just want him to just.
It's like an after-school special where he's teaching. He's like a science teacher.
And he says, "It's like Mr. Rogers." He puts down the lightsaber, puts on his tinnies, and it's just his voice, Liam Neeson, wasn't Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just explaining midichlorians to me.
He's acquired a particular set of skills.
Yeah, and that's
Which are midichlorians.
Explaining midichlorians. No, he doesn't have them. He just explains.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he doesn't have. Hey, can you get your hands on? What's it going to take to get
What's it
some?
gonna take to get you some
get your hands on
midichlorians,
some
get you some
midichlorians.
I like that we've kept it all.
These midichlorians.
Who is this character you are?
I don't know.
This Buick
Fuck it.
salesman.
Don't even talk to
Don't
him.
even talk about
Don't
it.
even. You don't even.
Only
look
thing you
at him.
remember is we got to
You're
get you
gonna
this
look at
Buick.
him. You're gonna put your eyeballs back in your skull. I'm gonna put them back there for you. You over here,
Oh,
give
that
me the
hurt.
side eye.
That hurt.
Forget you.
Side eye.
All right. My last guy is
Yeah.
Mace Windu.
Ooh.
I really think he would. He was so in. Samuel L. Jackson wanted to be in these so bad
That's so good.
that he picked not really the greatest Star Wars movies to be a
Yeah.
part of because he was just in front of a giant green screen.
Yeah.
But I think it would be really great to see his character. Didn't he? How did he end? How did his?
He got his hands cut off and shoved out a window. Anakin. Anakin was like, I'm going to fight the Jedi, but I'm also going to cut off this dude's hands and shove him out a window.
right.
Or he got lightning zapped out of a window. You know, and Samuel L. Jackson's referenced the fact that he's like, we don't know
We
if he
don't
ever
know if
died.
he died.
People have survived
Come
much worse.
on. Yeah, seriously, has survived way.
And they've got robot hands. Boom, boom, bam, boom.
Bop, boom.
Bada boom.
Bada
Okay, am I allowed to do one more, or do you want me
Yeah,
to quit
please.
because I
No,
ruined
do
it?
it. Do it. Keep going.
Okay, so I was torn. Can I give my
Tell
two?
me. Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
one,
yeah.
I wanted to do Poe Dameron, but I want it to be Poe and Finn, and it's like a buddy cop drama. You know what I mean? And it's not Poe in the first one when he's like excited for his role, but it's Poe in the last one where he's like sick of Star Wars. He doesn't want to talk about it
Yep,
ever again.
yeah.
He's doing press junkets, but he's done.
He's
he just
sick
wants to
of it.
joke around with his friend Finn. So Poe and Finn, buddy cop drama.
I like
I was
that.
torn between that and Admiral Akbar. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
I just want it to be like punked, but he comes out and says instead of punked, he goes, "You just got punked." He goes, "It's a trap."
It's a trap. That's great.
That's
I would watch both of those.
Okay, thanks, bro.
I think we won.
I think we did.
The listeners won. All right, we got to bring this home here.
Bring it home. We got to
You know
figure
what
out if
we're
this
gonna bring it home to?
rocks.
Yeah, we're gonna see which color is it.
The question on everyone's mind, will it rock? The answer is probably yes.
I don't think I want to see that buddy cop flick. I don't like the police.
Finn and Poe
The
save
Finn and
the
Poe.
world.
Hey, you guys go poking your nose around somebody else's business. You're gonna come away. We're gonna cut some butts.
Wow.
Yeah, see,
Well,
cut some butts.
butts already cut. It's not built.
Cut some butts.
They're cut in the middle of the butt. How that works.
What if butts were never supposed to be cut? They're cut. Anyways, doesn't matter. All right, that's too much. I'm thinking about it now. I can't. Will it rock?
I don't know.
We're towing the line here.
Would
We're
Star
close.
Wars be better or worse if Dwayne The Rock Johnson was involved, and what role would he play?
So here, this is now. I want to bring some facts to
We
this
got a hot
because
take.
this is going to be juicy. So there are 3 scheduled untitled Star Wars films coming out starting in 2023. So Ryan Johnson and also Taika Waititi they both signed on for 3 untitled Star Wars films.
Which one's doing 2? Or
What?
are they doing 3 each?
3 each.
Oh,
They're
cool,
doing
yeah.
like it's totally brand new characters.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, not following the Skywalker saga anymore.
Oh, cool.
They're great.
Okay.
Kathleen Kennedy has confirmed that Dwayne Johnson is in consideration for a major role. This started back in 2015. She reconfirmed it in 2019. He is such a fan of Star Wars. The way that he carries his gun in Jumanji is a nod to Han Solo.
I'll tell you this.
Yes, go.
I'm
I'm very curious. to see.
never been more excited at the potential. Because here's in my brain, when you say he's gonna be in it, one, I don't want him to shoot a gun. Pew, pew, pew. He's Dwayne the freaking Rock Johnson.
Right,
okay.
right, yeah.
He's gonna mix the force. He's gonna mix the force of just like literally choking
What
someone's
is the
head.
sound that force makes?
Case of Delia. Just a tiddly. And then, but I want this to happen. Okay. Okay. So you think of Dwayne the Rock Johnson holding a lightsaber.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It feels small. Okay.
Oh, you're right.
I want Dwayne the Rock Johnson because all the lightsabers are pretty much the same except for like Yoda's is smaller.
Yeah.
If Yoda's is smaller, Dwayne the Rock Johnson
gosh.
has to be
Yeah.
a mammoth sized
yeah,
lightsaber
yeah.
that he gets to.
It's gonna be like Thor's battle axe or whatever
Yes.
it's called. Yeah.
Yes.
You're right. It would be
want that.
and so all the other Jedis are in there like, wait a minute, what's the deal with that lightsaber?
Seinfeld
Yeah.
and Jimmy Fallon playing
Yeah.
Seinfeld are both in the talks for the role.
Why did I have this lightsaber and all along I can't keep going any higher?
Yeah,
It
you're
hurts.
doing great.
He's gonna have a battle axe.
And then Poe and Finn come out and go, "You're under arrest. No soup for you."
Hey guys, come with me out the back. I know a secret way.
What's that from? Harry Potter?
No, this guy.
Oh,
It's this guy I've been doing the whole
it's
time.
not the Jordan and Fred Weasley from Harry Potter, mischief managed.
The Weasleys.
Weasley
Not a
Bros.
Weasley
You
famous.
don't watch.
Hey guys, guess what?
What?
This is Star Wars 2022. You know
It's a
more than
crossover
anybody
episode.
else does. It's a crossover episode.
We
So you're
do-
hearing this and it's great.
We do bonus episodes every single week. If you're like, I kind of like this podcast, you know what?
Yeah.
We're way less expensive than Disney Plus, and we come out with episodes way quicker. Episodes.
Oh my gosh.
Episodes?
Way close.
Way quicker. So if you want to hear more episodes, more stuff, and us having fun, and hopefully telling you some stuff, and you have fun with us, go join the Patreon. Patreon.com/explain everything. Plus, they can win money, but who cares about that?
You can.
The real money is the money they give us.
I like it. And it's true.
It's true.
It's true. You need to strap
What's it
no
gonna
lie
take to get
detector
you in this
test on
Patreon?
me. What's it going to take?
It's gonna take you in this Patreon.
That's true. That's not a lie.
That's not a lie. All right, man. Well, should we stop talking about this? Close
Maybe.
it there. Shut her
Maybe.
down. This is how long was this?
As long.
50 minutes.
Yeah, we've been chit-chatting.
Talking about the
We've been
viewers.
over here talking about it.
You are slowly becoming this
You're,
person.
you're a rat, huh? You talking about it. Who you talking to about this podcast?
Look at my hands. Don't shake.
Don't-
My hands don't shake.
I got zero fear right now going through my veins.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to end it there. Thank you all for coming to my used car shop where I sell TED Talks for a fair and affordable prices.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Explain Everything podcast. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Explain Everything Podcast. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but you're already here. We love you. No, actually, we're in love with you. Thanks for coming on our TED Talk. Bye.